Hey guys, welcome to That Pedal Show. Dan here.
Mick here. Now, what's making all that noise? Is it this?
It's everything, yeah. If you just turn it all the way to the left.
This?
Yeah, and then a bit more. Keep
That's
going.
it.
No. There you go.
Oh, nice.
Ah, man, honestly, sorry I got carried away there.
And thank everything that you did, because that right there is the difference.
This is the last show we're recording here.
The last ever show from that pedal shed, because we're moving. Don't be alarmed, we're moving, and this is the last thing. So Dan and I said, why don't we do something silly, crazy, unobtainable, stupid as a sign-off, and just put together the silliest rig we could muster with the things we have to hand today, and by luck we have some cool things to hand.
Man.
So we went to Germany recently and fell in love with this RE201 Space Echo. So we've made moves for an acquisition.
Yeah, that's ours now.
We heard of a man up north selling such a beast.
Yeah.
So we traded our Packard, made a trip in our automobile, and
we crossed his palm with silver.
traded the car. Do you know that story about Billy Gibbons and the Pearly Gates?
No.
He had a Packard car, and he sent the car was called Pearly, I think.
Right.
And they traded it. There's some story, some ace story that he tells. Anyway,
Wow.
blah, blah, blah. So we fell in love with this. Dan went up to Soundgas to get it and came back also with this.
As you do.
Echorec 2. So we were chatting as we do, as he was driving back, saying, oh, why don't we do some mega wet dry thing using both Echoes? And that sort of went forward to, tell you what, why don't we do some mega wet dry wet thing with the 2-rock in the middle, the Vox over there, the Hampstead over there with the Space Echo, and the Vox has the Echorec. And what you just heard is the result. It is hands down, apart from the fact that Joey Landreth is not playing the guitar, it's the best sound we've ever had in here. I mean, totally unusable, but brilliant.
Well, it's you know, one of those things that just leaves me speechless. I'd hate to add it up, as in, if I wanted to go out and purchase that sound tomorrow, it would be insane.
9, 12, 14, 17, 23,
6.
yeah.
And it's
about
crazy.
30 grand's worth of stuff, isn't it?
Oh man,
Let's be honest.
that's what it takes for me to sound like that. So, okay, what's going on here?
Yeah,
So,
what's going on here?
right, we've got 3 amps. The signal path is such. If we turn this back on,
This?
yeah, please. If we turn the echo, the volume down, and on that one, if you can turn
The echo all the way down?
Yeah, all the way down.
And the reverb?
Yeah, yeah. Right, so we have, this is a wet, dry, wet rig. And what that means is we've got 3 amplifiers. The outside 2 are receiving like a stereo modulation and delay.
And in the mix, I'll pan them hard right and hard left.
Yep. And right in the center, we have an amplifier that's receiving all the gain stuff, but it's not receiving any delay and any modulation. Okay, so this is the sound of all 3 amplifiers, all on together, all in phase. It'd be good if I had a tuner to hand.
Now, while he's doing that, if you just play down, I'll turn the dry amp down and then back up again, so you can hear what it sounds like with just the 2 outside amps and the center
do
amp.
that here if you like.
That's all right. I'll do it.
Okay, so.
colossal.
It's insane.
Yeah, I mean, it's how loud are we? We are not crazy loud, but not quite either.
No. Okay, so now we're going to do, let's turn the delays back up. Well, actually, let's just turn the echo all the way up on that one. So this is the echo on one side.
Okay, I'll turn this one back down. Here's the echo on this one. Which one is it? This one?
That one there, yep. Just all the words. So
even if 20% of this makes it to the recording, it'll be worth it.
yeah. So now if we hear just the dry amp, and even though the delays are still on, now if we add the amps on the outside, now just as a different thing though, let's take away the dry amp. Add the dry amp back in. Why wouldn't you do that if you could? Why wouldn't that be your sound every night?
It is giant. It is absolutely giant.
So that's the delays on either side of the dry amp. Now, so the way that this works is the signal path is going the Fuzz, the D&M Drive, and the Manticore, and the SlideRig. Those four are going to all three amplifiers. So if I
and that happens because they're in loops up until number 5.
That's right. This
so
1
this
to 4.
So this is in 1.
So your Fuzz is in 1.
1,
2,
2, 3, 4.
Right.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Correct.
Loop 5.
Loop 5 has got the Humdinger, which is now that's a splitter. So what happens is, if you imagine that you've got a send and return for the loops, loop 5 has got the send going to the Humdinger, the returns coming back out into loop 5, but then the split, the A output's coming back and the B output is going to the 2-rock.
Yeah.
Yep.
So what that means is everything after loop 5 doesn't go to the 2-rock.
That's right.
Because it goes, these things all go up to there, they go out of there, off to the 2-rock. However, it does come back into there, so anything after there,
i.e. the Tremolo and the chorus ensemble, CE-1, are just on the outside amps only. So if you can play, and I'm going to add the Tremolo in.
I'll turn this back on. Sorry, I keep having to turn it off because it's a bit noisy. Do you think it likes being turned on and off? Probably doesn't, does it?
Let's just leave it on. It's just because the lights up and it's so pretty.
There we go. The faint burble of
Awesomeness.
frying bacon. Actually, it's not quite frying bacon, is it?
It's a lot quieter than the last one.
It's the ocean. That's what it is.
Now we'll try the same thing with the CE-1.
Okay, try not to get too carried away with every single thing we play. Now, one of the interesting things about a wet dry rig, is if we could you see that sound again?
Yep.
Is that possible to do that?
Yep.
If Dan turns off, or I manually turn off the dry amp while that's happening.
Mm-hmm. Best guitar sound that we've ever had in here.
I mean, you'd probably never use a sound that wet, right? But the point of the dry amp in the centre is that even when it is that wet, you retain all your
hear every note.
Your goodness. Just go on. You've got to.
Whoa! Man alive.
When you had that, when you were playing, that sound came to mind with the chorusing of the two. Oh man, it is ridiculous. It is utterly ridiculous. So, I'll tell you what else was interesting about that. So we had both sides of the D&M drive into the Manticore.
Yeah.
And clarity.
Yeah.
Okay,
You have to forgive me. I'm actually finding it hard to speak. If you that idea that a sound can embrace you, it's so big, but it's not like a fluffy pillow. There's clarity and definition and feeling every note, but it's not coming from one space. It's coming from everywhere. It's crazy. That idea of a three-dimensional sound.
Oh, it's crazy. Okay, right. Let's.
Oh, what a way to go out!
I know. Let's sober up a bit. So it's so crazy wet. That would be quite hard to use, wouldn't it? That sound. So let's.
I don't know.
Why don't we dial back the echoes a bit and see if we can get something cool happening.
Okay. Right. You play. I'll just make the echoes subtle.
Yeah. So can we mess about with echo times on each side and. Is there any way to have less repeats? Or?
Yep.
So what would you're hearing something rhythmic there, aren't you?
Yeah.
Only a clap. Only a clap for that. I'm not clapping very successfully because I have my plectrum in my hand. Oh man! See the thing, it was the same when we started playing right at the beginning. You're just away, and because the sound is taking you. And
totally.
That's the opposite of some experiences we've had recently. So.
Oh, I can't tell you how wonderful it is to be back here.
You wait. Well, we got to move,
I'm
mate.
a Charlie O'Reilly.
We've got to move. Gary Clark Jr.
Banging! Oh my goodness.
It's totally ridiculous.
Wow.
Totally ridiculous. I'll tell you what is blowing me away, actually, considering how wet everything is and how much gain we were running. So that was Dan's original Shin-Ei Duo Fuzz there from the 60s. It's a pretty aggressive, horrible sounding thing, isn't it? And then that's hitting the blooming, I think that was hitting quite a few gain stages there.
Mm-hmm.
And yet there was clarity, and I don't know where that fidelity comes from.
That's coming from the toowoomaaaaaan.
You think so?
Absolutely. That's the craziest sounding amplifier.
Well,
You've got...
That sounds pretty good.
Yeah. Like, okay, for example, if I go back just the wet amplifiers with the Duo Fuzz on into the... Obviously all the delay...
Yeah, so no toowoomaaaaaan.
Same thing with the toowoomaaaaaan. It's just mad.
It's insane. Turn the delay level right down again.
Okay.
So what I'm interested in here is how quiet can we have the delay in the mix in the two wet amps, just so that it does our job, but not a huge job.
Yep.
You know.
Okay. So what I'll do, I'm going to turn the tape delay into a really quick slapback.
So it's like, yeah.
Just to give a little bit of space on that side.
Yeah.
And we'll pull this one back a bit, so it's just a bit of. Actually, I'll go this from repeats into swell.
Yeah, get a bit of classic Echorec going. Yeah.
Yep.
So
Okay.
here. Yeah. So this one's doing that lovely, almost like a doubling delay.
Yeah, exactly.
And that one's doing your ambience.
Classic, yeah, exactly.
Oh, get on.
Okay.
Same old licks, totally different experience.
So you play outside yourself when you are so connected.
Yeah.
I've been having a really interesting conversation with a couple of our mates in the industry about this old gear, and I'm the point of the conversation is I'm asking, man, are we dinosaurs? What's going on? You know.
Well,
and the thing is, when you experience it, I don't care. I mean, all this. The conversation is going, where is the line drawn between this incredible sound and practicality, convenience, convenience?
Yeah.
Because this stuff, that Echorec is 50 years old, right?
And what's amazing is that it's been running for almost 45 minutes now, including the time we set up, and it hasn't broken down yet.
That is amazing. So, but...
Okay, so rewind to the late 80s. Back to your rack days.
Yep.
Now, I quite often talk with Neville, my friend Neville Martin. Let's give Nev a honk. And Nev remembers, same as you, going through that rack experience, and he had like the Boogie Triaxis and two TL cabs or whatever they called them, the ported 112s, and a Strategy 295 power amp or whatever they were called, and something like a Quadraverb or an IntelliFX or something like that, doing these crazy stereo delays. And he was stood on stage one day and he just thought, this is ridiculous. I'm stood here in my little stereo world and it sounds massive and everything, but do you know what? Of all of those rigs I've ever heard, I don't think it sounds anything like that.
No, it doesn't.
It doesn't sound like that. Not once you introduce that kind of processing element to it, it becomes something else.
Isn't that funny?
This crazy old analog shit, like you said earlier, with it all turned off, your guitar sounds like that, and with it all turned on, it sounds like that.
And that's the thing, I'm plugging into this old stuff, and it just makes the guitar sound big and lustrous, and not all the old stuff, but there's certain, and it's the reason that these things are classic.
And let's not forget, these have been maintained beautifully by Soundgas. I mean, this is the equivalent of, getting a 60s Ferrari, never having it maintained and expecting it to work. No, it's been maintained by an expert for years and years and years, and as long as it's maintained by an expert, it'll work fine for a while. In the case of a Ferrari.
Yeah, of course.
And so let's not forget that they do require some maintenance.
Yep.
But, this would not be the first time in electric guitar technology history where we've gone, do you know what? That old stuff sounds really good.
Yeah.
Would it?
No, not at all.
Wouldn't be the first time.
What a great way to see out the pedal shed.
Goodbye, that pedal shed. You've been good to us.
You've been amazing.
You've taken us from nothing to something.
Yeah.
And hopefully now, when we move into that pedal barn or that pedal loft or whatever we end up calling it, we can go from something to something else.
Amazing.
That's coming with us.
You better believe it. So I have, anyone that follows us on Instagram will know that I have purchased an Echorec Baby.
Yep.
And that is, it broke. So that's being repaired by the guys at Soundgas, and they have graciously loaned us this one for the show. But what a way to see out this place. Guys, thank you so much for watching, and we're going to see you in our new place very soon.
Next week.
Massive thank you to our patrons on Patreon who have made our move to the new place possible.
And also to everyone who's gone to that pedalshowstore.com and bought a t-shirt. Keeps us going. It's awesome. Thank you very much.
Yep, I really appreciate it. Also to our wonderful preferred retailers who've been very good to us, and I've got stuff I've got to send back to Anderton's.
Oh, have you? Actually, they keep us going as well.
They do. So our preferred retailers in the UK and Europe is
Anderton's Music of Guildford in Surrey.
Yep. And in Australia,
that would be Pedal Empire of Brisbane, Queensland.
Very nice, Queenslander. And in the US of A.
Sorry, Queensland.
Queensland.
There we go.
I have a little Queenslander at the end because you know,
yeah, okay.
I'm a banana bender through and through. And in America,
Pedal Empire of New Hope, Minnesota.
yeah, fantastic.
Yeah. Actually, talking of Andersons, when we move, one of our first guests will be Danish Pete.
Awesome.
We'll have Pete on,
Fantastic.
which will be nice.
Be lovely.
Yeah, and then the place is bigger where we're moving to, so we can have more guests and do more things and just generally nerd out a little bit more.
I'm so excited.
Me too.
I don't know why I'm feeling a little bit. I guess it's like leaving your first house and then
Yeah.
going. You know,
Well,
this is the house that Rock built.
Oh, come on. Right, it's Tuesday night. It's 11:45.
Oh, good lord!
This is the last show ever from that pedal shed. See us next week if we manage to do the building in time and all the stuff that we need to do. If we manage to get it all done and up and cameras running in a week, which is kind of what it is before we need to film again. It's a week on Friday.
Bloody hell!
So it's a week and a few days. Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, cheers, guys. Thanks so much, and we'll see you in our new place soon. Cheers, guys.
Bye.
Bye.